And Jays before the game. Look who it is.
Who is that?
Devo Brown and a mascot. Oh, that guy.
Oh.
Cool.
Oh, giddy up.
Honestly, I was told once he left we didn't need to talk about him. That's Sid Seixeiro.
Sid.
Nice pitch, big guy. Bottom two, Teoscar Hernandez with a hit in 6 straight games. Pokes one down the line. That's a stand-up double. 3 batters later. I'm surprised Sid wasn't in bed. Raimel Tapia batting 130 a lifetime versus Zach Greinke. It's a base hit. Hernandez scores. It's 1-0 Blue Jays. Meanwhile, Alek Manoah, back-to-back L's for the big man. Just 4 total runs of support, though, over his last 3 starts. Top 3 Manoah. Nasty slider on Edwards. Olivares, the Jays ace. He retires 9 straight. Royals, bottom 3. Man on first. It's Alejandro Kirk. Royals look to turn the double play. Bobby Witt Jr. boots it. Everybody is safe. And that would prove costly for KC.
The 2-1. Driven to center field, high and deep. Eaton back, she's gone. What a rocket to center off the bat of Teoscar Hernandez. And it is 4-0.
Hernandez, a 3-run shot. He's got 9 RBI in his last 4 games. It's 4-0 Blue Jays, bottom 5. 2-1, Matt Chapman. Rips one down the line. If it's fair, it's gone. It's fair, it's gone. He's got home runs in back-to-back games. Another 3-run shot. It's 7-1. Toronto. Top 6 back to Manoah, taking advantage of the run support. Strikes out 2 more Royals. Mid-7th now, after another solid inning. Manoah avoiding his coaches, hoping to stay in the game.
Good strategy. But
he loses the
no dice
argument, but wins the hugs. And that's all that matters. 7 innings, 6 strikeouts, 4 hits. Hey, next appearance is going to be in the All-Star game. Jays win 8-1.
I like the fist bump to handshake.
Yeah, it's like very. It's almost like they planned it, like casual, formal. We're done.
And then a smile goodbye. I understand my night is over.
It was business as usual for the Jays in terms of what they needed to do against a undermanned Kansas City team. Everyone expected them to rout them on Thursday. Not to be the case, but very much so on this Friday.
Yeah, and it was funny because Chapman said after normally they don't need to give much run support to Manoah, but it certainly helps when you post 8 runs and let him just kind of ride it out into the All-Star break. Now we'll get to John Schneider after a big win.
What can Chapman give you offensively in the second half in your mind?
Hopefully this. I think, he's been talking about it. We've been talking about it. Awesome night for him tonight. We all know what he can do defensively, and I think, he's really coming around. The work that he's put in with G and Hudgy has been great. So hoping for a big second half from him for sure. It's a sneaky 15 homers and 40-something RBIs.
John, with players, we often talk about sophomore slumps. That hasn't been an issue at all for Alek Manoah. Just how impressed have you been with the first half and how he was able to kind of continue on what he started last year?
He's a beast. 10 wins tonight, and he's got another gear with runners in scoring position when he runs into trouble. So he's definitely, I think, put his name out there for one of the top guys in the league, and very deserving of an all-star selection. So you can kind of count on a quality start every time he's out there.
And still on Manoah, you mentioned with runners on, it seems like he can decide to do something there. What allows him to kick it up to that next gear?
His mindset. I mean, he's a tremendous competitor. Wants to be in there. He's a tough guy to take out of a ball game at times, as you guys know. But he's just, he kicks it into a different gear, and I think it's, really, really a credit to how he attacks every game and how he just really wants to set his team up for success. So he's awesome.
And with how consistently he goes 6 or 7 innings, we don't see that as much around baseball anymore. Yeah. What allows him to go deep every time?
The work he puts in between. His routines are awesome. He just has a really good understanding of when to dial it up and when to kind of pitch, if that's the right way to say it. But he's a workhorse. He has been since he's gotten here, and he's just continuing to do it.
John, do you think Raimel Tapia gets enough credit?
Probably not. I think, 3 knocks tonight, right? He had 3 hits tonight, and I think, he's just a really cool compliment to our team. The contact ability, left-handed, obviously, and can play anywhere in the outfield. So he's a really, really good piece to the team that we have in place. And, recently, I think, I don't know exactly what the numbers are, but he's been really, really good.
Do you like the aggressiveness on the bases?
100%. I told him that when he came in. It was a 4-0 game. He saw Eaton kind of put his head down a little bit, and I loved it. I think that's hopefully the way we continue to play going forward. It's a 4-run lead, be aggressive, put pressure on the defense, and he made a good throw. So, I loved it.
I think it was 9 swings and misses on 23 sliders for Manoah. What was that pitch doing from your point of view?
Usual, I think. Pete and I were talking in the dugout. We were hoping he used it a little bit more against their lefties instead of the heater and the changeup. But, when that thing's on and you kind of pair it with his sinker and you get 2 pitches going both ways, he's nasty. So he's that pitch is kind of always there for him, which is a good thing to have in your back pocket when it's breaking like that tonight.
How was the conversation with Manoah at the end with you and Pete?
It was good, man. He's so competitive. He understands that, he's thrown more pitches than he had, this year than he had tonight. He wanted to go back out, understands that he's got a little bit of a break in the All-Star game and then back after that. But conversation was awesome. I love everything that he says, and he's a total pro.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Schneider joked after yesterday's loss that it was a little bit harder to go to the podium when you lose like that.
Get used to it, though. It's
more
the
fun.
day in the life of a baseball manager.
That's
man.
it, and we'll have lots more post-game reaction.
Yeah.
But speaking as someone who feels